welcome to a second episode of the podcast. Today we'll discuss social media, TikTok addiction, and some mental health problems that brings brings with it.
There's also new chess drama. Pretty interesting. So, what's our first topic? Social media in general, or like TikTok?
I mean, you introduced the chess drama so beautifully. So why don't you go first and explain what happened?
Yeah.
Yes, tell the
So,
viewers.
I think chess.com came out with a statement that the improvement that the accused chess cheater called Hans Niemann made over the years is unnatural, and they believe he cheated a lot, and way more than he
Admitted,
already said on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's
that's pretty interesting because based on the research of chess.com, he improved way better than even the top grandmasters and the world chess champions. So that's a little bit
yeah,
suspicious.
even more than Bobby Fischer, and that's impressive, and more than Magnus Carlsen, obviously.
Yeah. There.
Um, funny thing about that, chess.com released this proposal, and it has like two pages about Hans Niemann and the cheating accident, and the rest of the pages are like laws, and yeah, so it's basically just two pages, but I mean I can search on the internet and put it into the video description.
Oh man. Yeah. So it's pretty. It's pretty hard to believe Hans Niemann now that he didn't cheat over the board, but there's also zero proof that he cheated over the board. So we
Yep,
don't
and
know anything for sure, but
I'm pretty sure about it because anal beats viable option and it's
true. Actually, an Indian YouTuber built the anal beads.
really?
Yeah,
You can cheat with them?
yeah, he actually built them, so theoretically
Oh,
it's possible.
so
Amazing.
they exist. So can you buy them, or are they just a one-off product?
No, I don't think you can buy them, but it's like theoretically proven that you could do it. So
I'll never play chess with Lucas again. Never in my life. He will like destroy me off the board. Impossible.
Oh
Okay.
man.
I mean, but what I find quite stunning is he's quite young, isn't he? He's like 19.
Yep.
Yeah,
And how
It's
old is
possible.
was his opponent?
I think
Carlsen.
Magnus Carlsen is 30.
Something like that. I'd say 28, something like that. Magnus.
I will look it up.
Yeah. 27.
31.
31.
Yeah, 31.
Huh?
Hey, my guess was pretty good. How
I
did
find it.
you find
Yeah,
27?
I just misread.
Oh, okay. Bro.
So what I find interesting in general is being able to cheat while playing live. Like even being able to accomplish that. That's
Well, it's
Mhm.
quite
it
fascinating.
has been done in the past before, and of course, chess grandmasters are pretty smart, so the ways they cheat are pretty interesting as well. There is an example of cheating over the board where friends of the grandmaster set at different tables, and based on the formation they set at, he could see what moves to play just based on
Uh-huh.
their location.
I have also read that like they have like trainers, what I've heard, and that the trainer goes to different spots in the room. When they look at the trainer wherever they stand, they know what to move.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, I don't
Okay.
think there's any proof that will come out about Hans Niemann cheating
But I think it's pretty
anymore.
obvious if you cheat because Magnus Carlsen also said that he thought Niemann is cheating because in really difficult situations, he wasn't really struggling with picking a move, and he wasn't even thinking all the times. Magnus Carlsen stated. Pretty interesting. I think as a grandmaster, you know when it's pretty difficult for you to pick a solid move, and yeah,
True,
Magnus Carlsen will look through it. Will look through your eyes.
true,
Yep.
true. Well, that's pretty interesting, but as I said, there's no proof, so
But how was he able to know like that it's possible that he's cheating in real life?
just because of
Nobody really knows how. That was
well, Magnus suspected it because his moves were so accurate and he didn't seem to struggle at all, and there are a lot of factors at play. Also, his past, that he cheated online a lot. So, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yep. So
and when you
let's
play online, how do you know that you're cheating then?
because if you're tabbing out of the window, your browser detects whether the website can detect if you're in focus or not. So if you're tabbing out of the window, chess.com like suspects you're cheating or looking something up. And if the move is also very good and the only one to play, it suspects you as being a cheater. That's how it works online.
Okay.
But isn't it just possible that I pull up chess.com, for example, on my phone,
Of
and
course, that's possible.
I
Yep.
set up a bot like that I play against the bot at the hardest difficulty,
Hmm.
and then I just make the moves that my opponent makes, and then I'll just do what the bot does and beat the other guy online.
You can also scan the position in your phone. I think there are plenty of apps that can do that.
Yeah.
Like scan the position and find the best move. Yeah,
Yeah.
technology. So should we move on to
Oh yeah, the
another?
next topic. Horse diving in America. I think it's
I didn't even mention it in the intro.
yo.
And you just like, yeah, chess drama and then horse dive.
But do people still do that? Like,
No,
or
I
do
think I
horses
think
still do that?
I think there's a law against it now. But back in the day, it was a pretty popular attraction.
Like in the early 20th century, right?
Yeah, so just to film the viewer in, there were actually horses, circus horses, I think, that were jumping into a pool from a pretty large height. So, and they actually dived, and it looks pretty spectacular when they fall into the water. But I don't think it's very healthy for the horse, and it could easily get hurt because it's just so much larger and heavier than a human.
Yep.
Were there ever any fatal accidents?
Of a horse, I think one horse like broke its leg or something. I've read that there was one accident with a horse,
Mm.
but I'm not sure.
Also, I've read that there was that they stopped doing that because of finances and not animal rights issues. And it was briefly revived in 1993, but it was stopped quickly again amid a backlash from people for the ethical treatment of animals.
Hmm.
Oh, so there's no law against it.
Um, Not as far as I know,
Okay, interesting.
So if I may ask, why is it called horse diving then and not horse jumping into the water or something like that?
because diving just sounds better and is
Also, diving
quicker, and
just means jumping
they
into the water.
actually, yeah, and they're actually diving into the water.
Okay.
So you
Well.
just basically explain what diving is
Well,
Okay.
that was kind of stupid.
every time.
Yeah.
Well,
And I have something else to add about the horses.
please.
There are supposedly no injuries to horses were ever recorded.
Oh,
Only riders were injured. There were 2 injuries a year on average.
with horse
Which
diving.
yeah, and which those injuries included broken noses and other bruises, but the horses were fine.
Okay, interesting. Well, I'm still glad it's banned because I don't think they were having a lot of fun jumping into the water.
So there was an act against horse diving, but it ceased in 1978.
Oh, so at the moment there's no law against it.
Yeah,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I mean that's what I've understood when reading it on Wikipedia.
Okay.
Okay. So are the horses blindfolded or something like that?
I don't think so. They aren't even like pushed. They just jump willingly. I
Okay.
think.
I don't think it's willingly. That's why I'm asking.
I don't know.
So
It
are
doesn't seem like there's a device that pushes them. But maybe they
Hmm.
don't have another choice than to jump into the water.
I mean, officially horse diving does even still exist, but I don't think many people still do that.
Okay.
Or are they like men trained to do something like that?
Why would we do
Probably.
that?
Hmm?
Do you mean why someone even thought of this in the
No,
beginning?
no. Why are no, not. Of horses are men trained to do that, like dressiert in German.
You
You
mean
cut that out.
you mean
Like they are specially trained to do just jumping into the water.
yeah, of course.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you're not just gonna get a wild horse to just jump like 3 meters
Of
down into the
course,
water.
but yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they just start small and then go to even bigger jumps
Yeah.
until they
Kind
are
of
slowly trained.
absurd.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty absurd. Well, to the next topic, social media and TikTok, which is pretty addicting, and we wanted to talk about that.
Oh,
Um,
is it?
well, I don't have TikTok, and I'm pretty proud
I
of
don't.
that.
I
Me
don't have it
neither.
either.
So why do we talk about TikTok if none of us have it?
Good
No,
question. I don't.
Like,
because
did
it's
anyone ever have? Any one of you ever have TikTok?
No,
Or
I
no.
had it once, but
Oh,
not for a long time. Then I switched back to Instagram Reels.
I had to
well,
get rid of TikTok. I had it for like a few months.
were you addicted?
Yes, like at first it wasn't bad at all. I was in it for like 20 minutes a day and I forgot about it for weeks sometimes because when the algorithm doesn't know you that well, it's not that exciting.
Okay.
But once the algorithm starts to get to know you, there's no end. Like I started scrolling for an hour a day
Oh, damn.
at
Okay.
least. So I
And when did you realize like it's taking too much time from you? And when did you uninstall it?
it happened relatively quickly because like for the first like 2 months I had no issues. I had perfect control over my using habits, but then it just grew exponentially until I realized spending my whole day on TikTok.
Damn.
Then I deleted it and I started using Instagram Reels, which basically the same thing. Then I got
Okay.
rid of that, but then I still had YouTube, and then I watched those YouTube Shorts, which are
Yeah.
arguably the worst ones out of all these three options. It consists mainly of Family Guy clips and Simpson clips. That's it, really. And YouTube is now it's a lot of YouTubers posting their content in short forms, which is actually quite interesting, but it's just as addicting, which is why I also had to get rid of the YouTube app because on the web app you can actually get rid of them in some way for like 30 days.
Really?
You
Okay. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
I mean the button on the bottom is still there, but they're not being recommended to you anymore. You can turn those recommendations off for 30 days.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Hmm. what I wanted to talk about is like TikTok addiction and mental health, like
Do you
how
know
mental
anyone
health.
that is addicted to TikTok?
Oh, my sister.
Oh,
Like scrolling through TikTok 3 hours a day.
3 hours a day, damn.
I think something like that.
Okay.
Um,
What does
and
she watch?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, some kind of stupid shit, I guess. But
I did.
I'm rather concerned about people having mental health problems with TikTok. I mean, obviously, social media and all that stuff is not very healthy for your mental health.
Yeah.
And
Depends on the
do
content you're consuming, but in general,
yeah,
yes.
yes. And like it steals your fucking energy. Your
That's true.
ideas are like you don't have creativity anymore. You're just consuming and not creating, which is probably not the uh, the worst part, but rather having mental health problems and feeling good about it because it's kind of a persona for you. Like all these people having ADHD and posting in the bios like, oh my god, I'm ADHD demon, she, her, they, shit, and creating their own identity online with mental health problems that are not like you shouldn't use like that as an identity. You should get rid of them. What do you think about that? I mean,
Well, things are like
have you heard about it even?
you can't really
That
get rid of ADHD.
okay, but you
But
can
some
treat
might,
it somehow.
self-diagnose
Yeah.
themselves without even having it, because like your attention span is just really very shortened because of TikTok if you use
Hmm.
it a lot. That's what I noticed.
There
Like
was
my
also a
attention
big.
span reduced dramatically when I started using TikTok
Oh, that's sad.
because of TikTok songs. For example, all these songs that you have on TikTok, like one thing they all have in common is they're always really short. They're always like 2 minutes at most, or 1 minute 30, like you have on chorus. It's always on a
Yeah.
TikTok, and
Hmm.
then you have like one verse.
Yeah.
And back then, like you had like 5 minute long songs. You still have them, but there are a lot less hit songs that are long.
Hmm.
Well, what
For example,
annoys me is that you just can't listen to certain songs anymore because it's just a TikTok song now.
Yep.
Because there are really good songs that are now just you can't hear them anymore because you heard them so often.
Do you know Running Up That Hill? Of course you do. Like from Placebo
from
and Stranger Things.
yeah, the song from Stranger Things. Yeah.
I mean, before Stranger Thing even had it, I knew this song, so no flex. But I think now when I'm hearing it, it's kind of cringe. I don't know, because I'm thinking about like the remixes and those TikToks, and it's like ruined for me at least.
Yeah, every single song that is like on TikTok is permanently ruined.
Every
Okay,
popular
that's a bit
song.
extreme. I mean, I get it, but
Okay,
it's like you can.
give
I
me
mean,
one
I've done
example of a famous TikTok song that is now not cringe to hear.
California Girls.
well. Look, it depends on how much you, if you um have any contact with TikTok, because I try to stay away from it as much as possible. And when a song is popular on TikTok, I very often don't even know it. I might find
Yeah.
the song because it's popular, listen to it, and I think it's good. But since I don't use TikTok, it doesn't get ruined for me.
Yeah, but if you like then show the song to like other people or you play it at a party, then it becomes like really cringe.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
Yep.
I've had that happen to me quite a few times. People told me, "Man, that's a TikTok song," when I was
Oh.
like, "Yo,"
Ouch.
but I didn't even find it on TikTok. Or songs that I knew before they blew up, like they were still popular before, but before they blew up on TikTok. Then when I listen to them afterwards, it's always like, "Yeah, just know that song from TikTok," and I'm like, "No." They're like, "Yes, it's cringe. Play something
Ouch.
else."
Yep. Do you know those people who are like pretending to have Tourette syndrome on TikTok?
Yeah, there was a
Or
big drama about someone who faked Tourette syndrome.
yeah,
Oh,
I think it's like
That's
ridiculous joking about a really bad is it even a disease?
it's a
Uh, mental
Tourette.
health
It's a mental
issue?
disorder.
This
yeah, a mental
mental
disorder.
disorder, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think you can't do that. That's just so disrespectful to everyone who really has.
It is.
Or yeah,
Also like being silly about it, there's this one I don't know TikTok girl who's like Baines, Baines, Baines and pretending to have like Tourette syndrome and it's just
yeah.
disgusting
Did
in
she
my
got
opinion.
did she get cancelled for that?
I think, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm usually not the type to cancel anyone, but she deserved it.
Yeah, pretty hard.
Yeah.
So there are other people having mental disorders like Tourette's reacting to um, TikTok clips like that, and they're explaining that in that Tourette isn't in by far as uh, how do you say it? As far as
Bad. As intense.
bad as they have it. Yeah, they're just um,
Yeah.
exaggerating.
Okay.
Yeah,
Billie Eilish, as far as I know, has Tourette, and you barely notice it.
Really?
she
Like,
has.
yeah, she has a certain type because Tourette isn't just cursing. It can be a lot of things to that. You just, I don't know, you constantly have to move your hand, or you have to do kind of, I don't know, play with your hair, for example,
Hmm.
things like that.
Isn't it like then OCD?
No, it's not. Okay, well, I explained it quite badly. Like, it's not like I'm kind of, I can't find the word for it right now, but like you have different tics then, you know?
Okay.
Like there's that type of Tourette where you curse all the time, but then there are different types of Tourette where you have hiccups or something like that.
Hmm.
Okay.
And it's obvious that the person doesn't want to do it, but it still happens, you know? And there are ways to live with that you don't really notice it. For example, like for someone like Billie Eilish, she usually knows when it's live or not. When it's live, she has certain techniques to suppress those tics.
Hmm.
But when not, she kind of lets it out a little bit more, and then they just cut out those parts where she has a tick.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The reason I know that is because there was a video once where she did not know that it was live, and you saw those ticks, and it's, I don't think
Oh,
it's really a secret that she has it, but I don't think she has a very severe case. Like there are some with a lot worse problems, with a lot more ticks.
yeah. I also feel bad for them because I saw a lot of them cursing a lot, and that must be pretty bad when you're like going out in public or meeting new
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, like they think you're kind of strange, I guess.
So, Tourette syndrome is actually a condition of the nervous system.
Okay.
So, like, and a tic, to explain it better, it's a sudden twitch, a movement, or a sound that people do repeatedly. So that's what I wanted to say, but I kind of worded it badly.
Okay.
And also, tic like is, for example, to keep having to blink or make sounds with your tongue.
Hmm.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like more than twice every tick, or
I
is it
wouldn't define it that way. It's something that your body does without you wanting to do it, really. It's like your nervous system just going bonkers.
bonkers? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just disrespectful for those people who have it. Pretty disgusting, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And the syndrome comes actually from the genetics. So it's a genetic disorder.
Okay.
and it's either inherited, like passed from like parent to
Yeah.
child, or it happens during development in the womb.
Okay. But if it's like genetic, it's already there and it's just getting developed in your
Yes, it's
years.
something that's already there and just you can't get it when you're like 20. You either have it when you're born or you don't.
Didn't you say it develops over time? Like, huh? You
No,
can.
I meant that it develops in the womb when you're still before you're born.
Okay.
But when you're born, it's there or it's not.
Okay.
Okay.
So you have it from birth on.
Yeah,
Okay.
but some have small ticks, some have very big ticks.
Okay. Interesting.
Thank you for your input then.
Are there any other
You're wrong.
topics today?
I don't think so.
Or we can
We
talk
went
about
through
the
them pretty quickly. We
what?
can talk about what? We went through them pretty quickly, I
We
said.
can always talk about Michael Jackson, you know,
Why? What?
because he's the king of pop.
Oh,
You know?
okay. Well, do you have anything interesting about him that you want to talk about?
Well, I thought you may have any questions and I could answer them.
Do you want to moonwalk on the moon?
That's I'm like there are no dumb questions, but
That's not even
that
funny.
one is whack, man.
Yeah,
Alex, this whack.
we should fire you from the podcast.
Yeah.
Again. I'm cancelled again.
Like we
But
had
now
to
it's at the end of the episode, not at the beginning. So it's
Yeah,
yeah.
so
it's getting better. It's
I
getting
think
better.
we have to degrade you again so that you work minimum wage.
oh no. Well, we can talk about the Ukrainian war
That's quite a
against
shift
Russia.
from Michael Jackson.
I know,
War.
but I think it's pretty bad that like a couple 100,000 Russian soldiers were drafted against their will for the war.
Are you
Because
sure you want to say that it's a war? Like, isn't it a special operation? Are you
Well,
sure?
no, he publicly declared it a war, I think.
Oh, okay.
Putin? Did
Yeah,
he?
I think so. It's not a special operation anymore because there were actually like war drafts in Russia.
Okay.
And a lot of Russian.
Like that's certainly a little bit off topic, but did you know like China announced to threaten Taiwan with military operations?
Really? Oh
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
another special operation.
Not a
Okay.
special operation. Not again.
I think that could end really, really badly. If you
Yeah.
think about like the chip manufacturing TSMC in Taiwan. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah, but they need the
TSMC?
machines to make them, and they can't get them right now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Like it's already a big shortage by chip shortage. So and yeah, it's getting only worse. And if you think about like wars, you can't export at a war, especially not overseas. Like China will bomb that ship.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, but
Did you? Hmm?
the chips shortage regarding like computer accessories is not as bad anymore because the crypto market crashed and now crypto miners are not in need of graphic cards anymore, so the price has gone down tremendously and
Mhm.
they're back at MSRP price.
Okay, my father is working at Advanced Energies, and they're like in destined need of chips, and they don't get them. They have like a delay of, or how do you say it? Delay
Delivery?
like of the yeah, a delivery delay like I think it's 50 weeks, something like that.
What?
Yeah, it's insane.
Damn. That is insane. What? Well,
Yeah.
I was talking just about graphics cards. So
Yeah, but it affects every company in the market right now.
yeah, I've heard that there are not even there are a lot of cars that cannot be built because the
Yeah.
chip's missing.
Mhm.
That's pretty bad.
It is.
And China is now blocking like the chip delivery of Taiwan, or
If you're starting a war, they certainly will.
well, that's not good.
I think so at least.
Okay.
And also, do you know ASML? Like in the Netherlands?
No, what's that?
Those it's a company that produces this
They produce
the
these
lasering
machines, the
technique.
Taiwanese,
Yeah,
right?
they
So
produce
smart.
it's insane. Like they're firing UV light and then they're adding some tin droplet on it, so it's like specially filtered or something like that. It's insane how this works. And the German company Zeiss, I think it's called so, like produces the mirrors for the factory for ASML, and they have a special contract or like a ban received from Trump that they don't export the machines to China. It's pretty interesting.
From Trump?
Yep, when Trump was still in, uh,
Really? And that affects them
when he
now?
still was, yep, I think they
Okay.
still have a ban to not sell it to China. China is still behind in terms of chip manufacturing.
Okay.
Pretty interesting. But I think they will catch up in like 10 years.
Yeah, easily.
I mean, they've been catching up a lot, like with cars and everything.
Yeah, China is like now getting pretty big, being pretty big on the map. When you think about it, China like 20 years ago was just an emerging country.
That's true.
Yep,
Yeah, it's pretty
they
insane.
made very large progress. But
I
also
mean,
in this like regime that China has,
mm,
it's not that it's easier than in the democracy.
it's quite interesting how their culture is built on copying others.
Hmm.
And they're actually proud of it.
Yep. But China did it well.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're proud of.
Yep.
Copying stuff well. I mean, you only have to look at fashion.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What are they doing in China? They're just copying a lot of it. The same with cars. They used to copy whole cars.
But as you see, it works. So
Yeah, but you know when it's really getting crazy, when they actually start building their own cars after they've perfected making those European cars.
So
That's when Germany's in trouble, like BMW, Mercedes, the whole the whole Volkswagen group,
okay, damn.
okay.
because China's labor is a lot cheaper than ours.
What kind
And
of cars does China produce? How are which?
well, right now their cars are consist of a lot of copies, but they have been making a lot of cars that also are new models, new designs.
Okay.
Interesting.
And once
I
they've
didn't know that.
perfected that, like the thing is, in Europe we've stagnated a little bit with cars. I mean, now that with all electric cars and hydrogen, like we're making progress again. But there was a time when, like, the last 10, 15 years, BMW, Mercedes, they were all doing basically nothing. Like, we then those engines, those petrol engines, haven't changed really. Like
Not at all.
they've made them a little bit better, a bit more efficient, but nothing groundbreaking. Meanwhile, while we were chilling, China was working hard,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
they've been playing catch up for a long time. And it's only someday we might be the ones having to catch up.
Yep. China is really patient in that way.
Okay. Well, we went a bit off topic, but I think
I think
we've
that's
covered
fine. That's
everything.
fine.
Yeah, we have.
Who wants to do the outro?
I want to
Lucas.
do the outro.
Yeah, dude.
I want to have the honor. Okay, guys, that was it with our second episode. Make sure to tune in on our third episode next week.
Bye.
Thank
Peace
you for
out,
listening.
homies.
Bye.